held high, but the Vigilance Committee is coming by. The sheriff's badge ain't worth a thing when the justice ain't got wings. So we take it into our hands and we make them understand. Vigilantes in the shadows, that's where we ride. When the law can't see, we walk the other side. With a vengeance in our hearts and a fire in our eyes. Vigilantes in the shadows till the day they die. The town's been burning with fear and hate, but we're coming for the ones who sealed our fate. With a rope and a fire in the night, we're gonna make sure they see the light. The law may say it's black and white, but we know it's red and it ain't right. We'll do what the law won't do to see the guilty through. Vigilantes in the shadows, that's where we ride. When the law can't see, we walk the other side. With a vengeance in our hearts and a fire in our eyes. Vigilantes in the shadows till the day they die. The wind it howls like a banshee's cry. Outlaws tremble when we pass by. Ain't no mercy, ain't no grace, just the justice of a hard-pressed place. Vigilantes in the shadows, that's where we ride. When the law can't see, we walk the other side. With a vengeance in our hearts and a fire in our eyes. Vigilantes in the shadows till the day they die. So when the town sleeps and the moon's running high, you'll hear the gallop of the horses stride. And if you're guilty, best be prepared, 'cause the Vigilance Committee will be there.
Hello and welcome to the Vigilance Committee. Today we're just going to review a few videos that I've been watching, and has everybody heard of Flex Your Freedoms? Put a 1 in the chat if you've heard of Flex Your Freedoms. So I kind of want to review a video that he just did a few days ago. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm setting my goal here. This is to piss GS off. It's the only reason I'm setting that. So if you haven't already hit the like button, please do so. And subscribe if you haven't already. It's good to see everybody. I do want to recognize the chat here before we get started. Wow, there's already a lot of people in here. I appreciate that. Jenny is here. Good to see you, Jenny. She's one of my mods. I don't know if she does a lot of mod things, but she's one of the mods. Let's OTVO's in the house. Claire, STD58. Good to see you, brother. Let's see who else we got. South Carolina Phoenix. Good to see you. If you haven't already subscribed to his channel, please do so. I should make him a mod here. I just haven't. I will at some point. Jugglasses, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. All right. Stephanie. All right, good to see you, Stephanie. She's put my pay links in there. Feel free, guys. All right. Yeah, I definitely want to have this one monetized. So I'm going to go into my cell phone. And there will be commercials. Oh, Claire, you've already sent a super chat. I appreciate you. Love you, the Vigilance Committee. Well, I love you too, Claire. Poor Dirt Farmer. We the People News is in here. Good to see you, brother. And he is down in Galveston right now. Hopefully he's going to get in touch with his attorney or a attorney and get that lawsuit going for unlawful arrest and all that kind of stuff that happened to him down in Galveston. I did notice that he was cop watching the other night. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, please do so. Frank Pants, good to see you. All right. Bill, good to see you. All right. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and share the video that Flex Your Freedoms put out. Now, normally Flex Your Freedoms just does funny little stuff, right? And he did one right after he put this video out. And it's been a few days, so I'm going to go ahead and share it with you guys. It's a pretty important story that comes out of Florida, and it's Pinellas County Sheriff's Office. And it has to do with a raid. Well, it wasn't really a raid. A father was sitting at the pool with his daughter when the cops showed up and accosted him. I'm not sure when this happened, but if my mods could put the name of this channel into the chat, let me make sure that I get it here. Make it small again for a second. The name of this channel, well, let me play a little bit of it first here. It should give the name of the channel here. All right, here we go.
While we were just enjoying a day at the pool for no reason other than to desperately try to silence me before I could report their misconduct. These deputies were caught on camera shoving a gun in my 5-year-old daughter's face for no reason, and they can't seem to back up why they were there now that this has occurred, and they know they were caught on camera. The video evidence is damning enough against these guys, but only the worst bootlickers on earth at this point can really try and justify anything that they did. The common questions I get are, what did you do to bring the cops there? So let's start with that one. I didn't do anything. Everything was kicked off by fraudulent petitions for Baker Act mental health evaluations, and the cops acted on them like idiots, and then it blew up in their face, and they created their own chain of misconduct attached to my ex-wife's actions. So there was no crime ever committed, no crime ever suspected, and no crime that I was ever charged with at all.
Actions of an ex-spouse caused this whole thing. And we've heard of that before. And we've also heard of 5115 people that carry cameras. So nothing new here. Let me make this small again. I'm trying to get the channel of this gentleman. Let's see. Dang it. I had it too. I'll find it here while it's playing. I'll just let it play some, and then I'll find the name of this person and his channel. Stephanie, if you can find that, if you know it, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Tennessee Transparency, good to see you.
And that was not due to lack of trying either. After this raid was completed, I was cuffed and detained, and they started to coerce me with other unsavory methods, let's call it torture, and then they broke into my home using a fraudulent warrant. That is proven due to proof of service, timeline issues, and the fact that I was never even served a red flag order in the first place. There was no reason for me to be considered a suspected felon and for them to enter my home. They found the weapons, so why wasn't I charged? because it was a criminal operation to begin with. Now let's get back to the video itself, because it looks like how most people would imagine a violent kidnapping to look. It's almost indistinguishable, other than the fact that these guys are wearing police vests and have badges. That doesn't mean it's not a crime. But there's so many things happening in this video that go against regulations, go against normal police procedures, and just federal law. So let's break it down. So first things first, let's talk about the...
All right, Coach_Racket. That's the name of this channel. He's got 4,000, just over 4,000 subscribers. This particular video got 2,500 views in 6 days, and it was published, trying to think of the day it was published. It hasn't been that long ago, and it is ongoing too, what happened here. There's a lot of legal issues going on. I did leave a comment in his comment section. I said, Flex Your Freedom sent me, and I will share your story. And there was a like hit on that, so I assume it was him. And I do want to share a story, and that's why we're doing it. So just so everybody knows there. All right, let's get back into it and hit play again.
Premeditation and surveillance. These guys, I think, accidentally leaked a surveillance report and the CAD logs for it, showing that there was 12 detectives and deputies surveilling me and my daughter for some reason, even though there was no crime suspected, no warrants ever produced, at least before they did this stuff. But there was no reason for them to be doing this. And there's no legitimate reason why a person that's being Baker acted or pulled in for an emergency mental health evaluation should be under surveillance. That kind of...
I like the fact that he's putting all the paperwork up on his screen too, showing all the documents that he has about this case, and it's pretty revealing. So he's showing the receipts on what happened to him.
It goes exactly against the idea that it's an urgent, exigent circumstance. If you can surveil me for a day leading up to...
There he is. Thanks, Jenny. Coach Racket. There's the link right there. Everyone, please go and subscribe and watch some of his videos. Share the like and let him know that the Vigilance Committee sent you. I would appreciate that. This guy needs a lot more exposure. He also needs other people that are in the 1A community, constitutional rights advocates, to go to Pinellas County and give this guy a hand. Maybe do some public records requests. Make a commotion. Let's make a commotion for him, because what's happening to him is just completely outrageous.
The time that you hit us at the pool, it kind of shows that there's no pressing danger, because nothing happened in that 24-hour period that would have shown you I was neglectful to my child or that I was dangerous to myself or others, or else they would have moved. They didn't. They chose a specific time because it lined up with me exposing certain things on the internet. Now, second, let's go into the fact that the number 3 man in the stack that emerged from my apartment gym is carrying a loaded firearm at the...
Does everybody see that? He's got it circled there. This guy's got his gun out. He's sitting over here with his daughter, with his back to them, okay, as they're approaching. 4 of them. And the third guy has his gun out. Good to see you, Kelly W.
Ready. A Baker Act is supposed to be least restrictive measures and falls under mental health law. There is absolutely zero reason possible why there would ever be deadly force authorized unless something really went wrong after proper service. But if you also look, they have no warrant, no order, no paperwork at all of any sort either. So they are simultaneously rising to deadly force by having firearms out, ready, and pointing at my head and my daughter, and then...
Absolutely. We the People News. Matt Reardon had this exact same kind of thing happen to him from his ex. where they put paperwork together and then come after you in 5150, do all kinds of things to you just based on somebody's hearsay. Good to see you, Lenny. Yes, you are my brother from Montana.
Second, they have no legal paperwork of any sort to show that they have any authority to be there. So that's a twofer from hell for these guys. That is 100% probable cause of a crime. Now let's get into the fact that they don't even say a word before just attacking me and my daughter. That is not normal police procedure, and that's not how this is supposed to go. A Baker Act is a civil service situation where they're supposed to show you paperwork, let you read it, let you sign it to show that you actually received it, and then take you. None of this happened. Nobody says a single word to me before they start attacking. That means that they had no legal authority to be there. A lot of people have been telling me, oh, you should have just complied. You traumatized your daughter by raising your voice at the cops. First off,
Okay, typical standard police modus operandi. Blame the victim for what they did. That's exactly what's going on there.
what should I have complied with? There was no commands, there was no order shown, there was no legal authority ever produced in this entire situation. And now that it is completed and they know there's a video of their crimes, they are not defending themselves in any way, shape, or form through press releases, in the courts, legal defenses, nothing. There's no attempt to defend themselves for their actions here. And my screaming about being kidnapped is not resisting. You can yell as loud as you want in a cop's face as long as you're not threatening them. But the reality of what was happening there is I knew there was most likely going to be a camera running because I told everybody on my apartment complex to be on lookout. They saw these detectives circling around my apartment complex and harassing the hell out of me and Lorelei for days leading up to this. It was nonstop. Constant harassing phone calls, knocks on the door, circling around the complex with 5 to 10 vehicles at a time parked just solely to harass me. But since I knew that video would be rolling, I was screaming out the crime that was in progress. Notice how I'm saying, this is a kidnapping, and I'm screaming to the witnesses off to the side on the pool. And they have no response for it. The only logical response from these officers, if it wasn't a kidnapping or a crime in progress, would be to produce a warrant and slow down and back up and stop with the excessive force. But they didn't do that. They continued to escalate and escalate and escalate until they eventually tased me while soaking wet right in front of my daughter. They can't produce a reason for why that is. There's no resisting that was actually happening. I was claiming that it was a kidnapping in progress, stay away from me and my daughter, and they never denied it. They just kept attacking, exactly like violent criminals would do. And when they had finally tased me, they already had 6 cops on me. One of them had his knee on my neck. There was 6 people manhandling me all at the same time. I was screaming that they were trying to kill me, which is exactly what they were there to do. They didn't tase me because I was a danger to them or actually resisting. They tased me so that there was less repetition of the attempted murder claim so that witnesses could repeat it later on. But then they also never took any witness statements from the people at the pool. Most likely because they didn't want that on record.
Exactly. They didn't take any witness, anybody that was there witnessing what they did. They didn't take any of their, they didn't allow them to report their witness of their own crime, which is another standard practice by police officers that are corrupt and criminal. These are thugs. Now, he said 6. I only see 5, but maybe there were 6 at one point. You know, that's semantics, right? Doesn't make him a liar either. So, and I really do appreciate Flex Your Freedoms for doing a serious video. He does this once in a while. Love him for it. And I hope other people will pick this, other channel owners will pick up this story and share it as well. I really do. And I hope some Florida auditors, constitutionalists, head down to Pinellas County and really read them the riot act, put cameras on them, really expose this situation because it is horrible and it happens all the time, especially if you film the police or any government entity at all. They hate people with cameras, and it's typical here. Here we go.
Now let's get into the fact that the officer that pointed the weapon directly at my head and in my daughter's face is the one that's also chasing her around the pool. That is so far against regulation, it is absolutely criminal, and it is. If he was the one that was going to be using force and escalating the situation, he should have been nowhere near the child. That is extremely trauma-inducing, and it was. They were supposed to have a Department of Children and Families agent there to receive.
Yeah, I believe this is the Pinellas County Sheriff's Department and these officers here. So, yeah, if you folks want to redress your grievances, by all means, look it up and do what you want. I'm not telling you to do it, but it's Pinellas County, Florida. Okay, good. Tennessee Transparency says John Felix covered this. Beautiful. Awesome. I might be late into the game here, but good guy activism. Good to see you. Good to see you. I know there's an ongoing issue with your channel and things like that, but you're okay in my book. Okay. I appreciate you, GGA. You're doing some good work. Please put GGA's link in the chat too.
Receive the child and get her out of harm's way as quick as possible as soon as this all started. That did not happen. Nor did DCF ever hear about the violence that occurred at the pool, or my ex-wife for that matter. The first time that anybody other than myself and the police knew that there was this ultra violence that occurred at the pool was in the June 12th hearing where I hit them all sideways with it. I let them all set their stories 100% and really feel out where they wanted this whole thing to shake out, how they wanted it to work out, I guess. So they solidified their stories, and then I put that video into evidence in a court hearing, and everybody started acting spooked. Everybody. Nobody from the police told anybody that this level of violence occurred, and that in and of itself is admission of a crime. If this was done by proper regulations, there should have been a DCF agent in the stack, or CPS, whatever you call it in your state. They should have peeled off immediately, and since there was violence at the pool, she was supposed to get a mental health evaluation and a physical evaluation at the hospital immediately. That never happened. There's no evidence of any violence in their reports or any trauma being caused by the police, all so that they can keep that out of it. They didn't want anybody to know. And then the real kicker that screwed these guys from a paperwork perspective is the time of service, the proof of service timeline. With every civil service that goes out, like a restraining order, Baker Act, red flag laws, whatever, all of these things require signatures, they require service, and they require proof of that too, to show the court that the person actually has received this stuff and is actually under those orders. Without that happening, there's no legal authority for any of this to be occurring. With this entire raid, they had no legal paperwork on hand. Obviously, within the video, you can see it. But the paperwork wasn't even printed off and given to the sheriff until 5:18 p.m. This was a full 30 minutes after they attacked us at the pool. They were supposed to have no idea that I was even going to be Baker Acted until 5:18. So how did they know to surveil me? How did they?
So they did it first and then got the order to do it after. Talk about revisionist history. Yeah, they did. They got the warrant after Tennessee. Yeah, they did it first and then covered their asses after they did it. After they committed the crime, they decided to cover their ass and say they had a warrant before the warrant was ever issued. And he's got the evidence right there on the screen. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, absolutely, Frank Pence. Conspiracy. Yes. And they do this all the time. You know, these tyrant judges do this all the time. The nighttime government, the ones that never let you film them, judges. Yeah, nighttime government is what we call it. People coined that phrase. And by the way, if you notice my thumbnail, that thumbnail is going to go up because I want everyone to continue to know that we are doing everything that we can to get justice for Lion One. Lovely Lion, please put that in the chat if you have that. So just so everybody knows, we're still on that case. There we go. Oh, I only got 1 out of my 10, my goal there. So if you want to piss off Generally Specific, please send some super chats. I'm grifting. But I can do that because I haven't actually, let me go ahead and monetize this. So those people that don't pay for their subscription to YouTube, they'll get to watch some commercials. So let me go ahead and go into the live here. I'm supposed to monetize, so let me come out here. Playing, go to lives, go here, advanced settings, public monetization is off. Let's turn it on during the live stream. I haven't done this before because we were always on Lion One, so I didn't monetize anything until after the video was over or the live stream was over, but I'm going to go ahead and set it for monetization right now. So sorry guys, you might have to deal with some commercials. So there we go. I think I got it on. Yep. All right. No, wait a minute. Let me wait a minute. Sharing videos. Edit advanced. Monetization. Turn it on. There we go. It's on. Go back and hit save. There we go. All right, back to the video.
To be set up at the pool, how was there all this premeditation and evidence that they were set up beforehand if they never were informed? This is all showing conspiracy between multiple agencies to silence Keith. It's the only reasonable explanation at this point. If these guys weren't caught on camera, they might have some plausible deniability for some of the things that happened here, but there's still enough paperwork fraud all over the place to put them away just on that. It would have just been a little bit harder. But as you can see in this video and all the things we just laid out, there's no chance that this wasn't a crime. There are too many laws that were broken, too many regulations that were just bypassed, and absolutely no attempt to show any legal authority by explaining why they were there, producing paperwork, calming down and de-escalating, nothing. They just attacked the disabled veteran right in front of his daughter and traumatized the hell out of her for no reason other than to silence me from reporting their misconduct to the FBI.
Which he did report the misconduct to the FBI. This is a smart man. And I think I'm going to watch a lot more videos of his. He's in a fight. He's in a battle with the government. And it's like right here. Never trust a judge with bloodstains on his hands. That's the night an innocent man died. Yeah, I mean, wow. Yeah. We the people, holy Shiite. That Shiite is like my identical story, and that has been very well documented on my website channel. Yes, it has. Yeah, so there's a lot of things happening to a lot of people. It's not just one that it's happening to, and we want to make that clear. There's a lot of people that are going through these same things that are, constitutional advocates. So here we go.
That's the only way you can really look at it at this point. For weeks leading up to this, I was attempting to get them to hold people accountable within their own department for prior misconduct. And once that was failing and I saw that they were going to be launching an attack, I started calling the FBI. As soon as I released information that was really going to potentially put people away, like paperwork fraud, document fraud within the VA, that's when it all started. Immediately after releasing a video.
Within the VA. So this is a veteran, just yet another veteran that they're trying to make out as crazy. And when exes get involved, they take the ex's word over the veteran's word every time. And it doesn't matter whether they're female or male. It happens on both sides there, where people are being 5150 just based on the testimony of a ex-spouse. This kind of thing has to stop. People are crazy this day and age. Yeah, and Frank Pence here, let's see. The blue line criminals stick up for each other no matter what. Yes, they do. Yes. STD, I appreciate that. If you haven't already hit the like button, guys, as you're coming in, please do so. ILB, good to see you. Oklahoma Outlaw, another one of my moderators. Good to see you. Let's not do. I like it when you guys put in the links of other channels. Just don't do it consistently, time after time. I like to, allow others to chat. So I appreciate all of you guys, though. I appreciate all my mods, good people, all of you. All right, here we go.
About a falsified writs of habeas corpus within my VA medical record. They launched the attack within hours.
So that was that one. There's another quick one here that I want to share. I'm just kind of sharing some videos that I've been watching and noticing. Let's see here. I noticed this a while back. I'm trying to think of who put this out. Let me see if I can pull it up here and find out. This is Red Shorts Poll Politics. Red Shorts Politics. Okay. So if you haven't already subscribed to this guy's channel, please do so. Let me back out of that. Don't know if I messed this up. Let me go back. There we go. Whoops, am I sharing this? Did I share it? Let's see, make sure. No, I did not. All right. Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Let me go share the screen. There we go. I want to make this big. And then I'm going to start it over so everybody can really see it. I'm going to just play it through because it is short.
Imagine having to explain the Second Amendment to a member of Congress.
What do you use semi-automatic weapons for?
To defend yourself against home invaders, but also, let's be clear, against tyranny.
You said that you could use a semi-automatic weapon to fight tyranny.
Sure.
You mean you'd use it against American troops?
The very existence of the Second Amendment is designed purposefully to empower the people to be able to resist the force of tyranny used against them to step over their natural rights given to them by God. That is why the Second Amendment exists.
Yeah. So if you guys agree with the Second Amendment, which everyone should, it is the Constitution. It's one of the few rights citizens even have. The people have it. It's more of a privilege, though, this day and age, because if you're a convicted felon, you get your Second Amendment rights taken away, which I believe should be unlawful. Doesn't matter. Right to bear arms shall not be infringed, because it is a defense against tyranny. And right now, we live in tyranny, right, folks? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that this country is living under tyranny, tyrannic government. All right. Now, the next one that I want to put up Let's go ahead and take this one down. Stop sharing. Exit out of that one. Oh, this one here, this should get me some super chats because I know, wow, look at all those ones. Okay, thanks guys. I appreciate you. This one it's kind of funny. And this one was put out by, let me pull this up here real quick. This one was put out by Spider Dog. Does everybody know who Spider Dog is? 100 views 21 hours ago. So I'm not going to play the whole thing. I am going to play maybe 30 seconds of it so that everybody can go to Spider Dog's channel and watch the full thing. It's really funny. It happened on a live stream of Generally Specific just a few days ago. And it's got explicit language in it. So if you don't like explicit language, just go ahead and mute for right now. But it's really, I think it's funnier than hell. And so I'm going to go ahead and make it big here and press play. Spider Dog.
Terroristic threat. Serious terroristic threat. That sounds like a terroristic threat.
And you haven't
talking about how
learned
you're
about
the
me
fattest motherfucker on the planet.
Yeah.
How
Fuck
talking
you,
about
dude. You want to
military
fucking meet?
fat.
You want to fucking meet me, cocksucker? Please say yes.
Oh God,
What?
you've already threatened me
What?
before. Give me a break.
I'm
Give
right
me a
outside
break.
the fucking main gate. And then you can follow me wherever the fuck I go, and we'll fucking see how it fucking ends up for you, tough guy. Terroristic threat. Fucking name the time and the date, you cocksucker. I'll bring my DD-214. You fucking bring yours. And then, you know what? Maybe we can go to the fucking pit. And maybe we can fucking wrestle in the pit and fucking see who the fucking tough guy is. I'll take my fucking 50% disabled fucking combat vet status and whoop the fucking car heel out of you, bro. Meet me outside of fucking Fort Knox.
Yeah, blah 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 blah.
And I'll fucking skull drag your ass right to the fucking wood line.
All right, that's enough of that. Todd Spurgeon again. He's Spurgeon again. Look out. Whoa, what a menace to society right there we have. All right, go to Spider Dog's channel. You can watch the rest of that. Not the first time that Hot Toddy, has spurred out like that. He does it on the regular. I don't recommend that you go watch his stuff because it's just he's sick. He's just a poor, pathetic piece of she height, I would say. There we go. Enough of that Muppet. All right, and then this last one I want to bring up because it's 10:52 right now. This guy is a supporter of my channel. And he is going to be going live in 2 hours. This is William L. William L. So I'm already subscribed. I haven't got him on the notifications, though, all notifications. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So please go to his channel. And let's see what he's got going on. It says Thunder on the Strip, Day 2. I don't know what that is, but I am going to watch it at 11 o'clock. My time, which is 1 o'clock Eastern time. So if everybody will go there and support William L's channel, he's got, let's see, he's got 143 subscribers. Let me see what else he's got in here. Does he have any other videos? Yeah, he does. Yeah, it looks like he's been covering a lot of things here. So, yeah, let's hit that like button when you get in there and be prepared for him to go live in about 7 minutes. I'm always going to try to find somebody that supports my channel and get people to go over to that channel and support them as well. So please tell him that the Vigilance Committee sent you. Gregory, you missed my live stream, buddy. I'm almost done. I don't know. Maybe you've been in here. Sometimes I don't pay attention to the chat all that well. But it's good to see you. I did watch your live stream from last night with Westside Accountability. And I thought it was pretty good. In fact, I just took Brandon Mitchell's suggestion to play a video, and Oklahoma Outlaws' suggestion to play one of those videos. So appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody for being here. I am going to go ahead and end this live stream. But let's see what we did on our goal here. Let's see here. Did I just get 1 out of the 10 that was the goal? I know I left it at 3 hours to hit it, but no, it kind of looks like I just got the 1. Let me go in here. 52 views, 46 minutes ago is when we started. It's not really a long video. Let's see. Let me come out of it real quick and then go into it. Yeah, I got 1 out of 10. That's all right. That's all right. I appreciate everybody for being here. Just be sure and hit the like. We got 17 watching right now and 22 likes. I just hit the like button too. Of course, I'm going to like my own stuff. Oh, there's a $10 super chat. Integrity Now News. He says peace. I'm going to go ahead and like that. All right, and say thank you. Let me type that in. Thank you. Y-O-U. There we are. Okay, good to see you again, Frank Pence. Good to see everybody. Lenny. So I did get 2 out of the 10. I appreciate everybody just for being here, hitting the like button, subscribing, and please go to those channels and subscribe to those channels that I recommended. And it was good seeing everybody. Thanks again. And here comes the outro.
Well, the sun sets low on the dusty plain. Justice walks slow, but it ain't the same. The law can't reach and the sheriff's gone. So we take the reins and we right the wrong. The vigilance committee's here when the law ain't enough. We take it into our own hand where the road's getting rough. In the dead of the night, when the sky's turning blue, we make our stand, ain't no fear, we see it through. Outlaws hide in the hills so steep, but we track them down while the town's asleep. No badge on our chest, but we swore an oath. Justice and accountability, we want both. They call it the Vigilance Committee when the law ain't enough. We take it into our own hands where the road's getting rough. In the dead of the night, when the sky's turning blue, we make our stand, ain't no fear, we see it through. We ain't no angels, but we ain't the sin. When the law won't listen, that's when we begin. With a steady hand and a fire in our soul, we bring the justice, we pay the toll. They say it's a game that the brave must play, but the lines get blurry when the law won't sway. Ain't no judge, ain't no jury here, just the cold wind blowing and a voice you can hear. They call it the Vigilance Committee when the law ain't enough. We take it into our own hand where the road's getting rough. In the dead of the night, fear, we see it through. So when the law can't save you and you're all alone, just remember the Vigilance Committee. We'll be taking you home.